Welcome, everyone, to today's Explainer. If you are a candidate eagerly, or maybe a little nervously, waiting for your RRB Group D Physical Efficiency Test, or PET, you absolutely need to pay close attention right now. We're breaking down some massive, game-changing updates today. We're talking sudden postponements, shifting timelines, and arguably the most important thing, crucial ground intelligence that could literally make or break your physical test. We are cutting through all the online rumors and going straight to the official sources and ground realities to give you the exact strategies you need.
Okay, let's dive into this. This is the single biggest question dominating the minds of candidates across the country right now. Has your PET also been postponed? Well, the short answer is, it depends. It depends entirely on your zone, and making the wrong assumption right now, that could cost you your entire career. Rumors are swirling that everything is delayed, but when we look closely at the data, the reality is way more complex and super localized. Let's look at where this massive wave of confusion actually started.
Section 1, the new Eastern Railway Notice, and the reality.
The whole domino effect began with a brand new, official notice issued straight from the 11th floor of the NKG building by the RRC Eastern Railway. This document literally dropped like a bombshell. It explicitly states, and I quote, PET against SEN 08-2024, tentatively scheduled to be held in the month of September. For candidates in the Kolkata region, especially those of you prepping to run at the RPF ground in Lilliwa, this is a massive shift. Your physicals were originally slated for July. Now, because of heavy monsoon rains making the tracks completely unviable, they've been pushed back a full 2 months. That is a huge delay. But as we're about to see, the consequences of this 2-month shift ripple out much, much further than you might think.
Section 2, Impact on the Recruitment Timeline. So a delay from July to September sounds straightforward enough, right? Just a couple of extra months to train. But, in the massive, slow-moving bureaucratic machinery of railway recruitment, this acts as a huge bottleneck. Because the stages are so strictly sequenced, pushing the physicals to September, and remember, that's just a tentative date, drastically delays the later stages. We're talking document verification, medical exams, final merit list generation, the whole shebang. Based on this new trajectory, we are now looking at the final recruitment process stretching all the way into 2027. Yeah, you heard that right, 2027. A delay in one zone slows down the overarching finalization. So if you are planning your life around getting your final joining letter this year or next, well, you need to recalibrate your expectations entirely.
Section 3, Status of Other Railway Zones, a reality check. Now what's really interesting about this slide is,
It is incredibly easy to fall into a false sense of security right now. You might think, well, if Kolkata is delayed due to rain, my zone must be delayed too. Look, I'm here to tell you, do not fall into that trap. While Kolkata and the Eastern Railway are sitting safely until September, other zones are absolutely imminent. In Prayagraj, UPET at the DSA ground is locked in between July 25th and July 29th. That is happening right now. Plus, zones like WCR and Chandigarh are expected to drop their official notices literally any day now, and they are not planning on waiting for the monsoon to end. The crucial point here is this. The railway boards operate completely independently when it comes to ground logistics. If you stop training because you assume your zone is postponed and your notice drops tomorrow for a run next week, you're going to fail. Treat every single day as if your notice is coming tomorrow.
Section 4, Ground Conditions and Unseen Challenges. Okay, knowing the dates is one thing, but what are you actually running on? This is absolutely crucial, actionable intelligence. Because running 1,000 meters on a dry road is a totally different biological event than running it on the surfaces you're about to face. Take synthetic or turf grounds, for example. This is a real game changer, especially for our candidates from rural backgrounds who might have spent the last few months training on hard dirt or paved village roads. A synthetic turf is an international athlete-style track. It actually has a slight bounce to it. Now you might think, oh awesome, a bouncy track will give me superpowers and make me faster. Actually, scratch that, it's the exact opposite. The energy return on a synthetic track causes rapid muscle fatigue. Your legs are going to fill up with lactic acid way faster than you're used to. You're going to experience heavy legs and quick cramping, even with good running shoes. If you aren't used to this specific surface, your usual pacing strategy is going to completely fall apart in those final 200 meters.
So your experience is going to be vastly different depending on where you're assigned. In the Hubli zone, because of the heavy rains, they couldn't even use the standard railway grounds, so they rented the Civil Dharwad Stadium. That stadium uses a synthetic turf, meaning Hubli candidates, you must prepare for that rapid muscle fatigue we just talked about. Meanwhile, down in Tamil Nadu, they're running at the police battalion ground. This is a full mud ground. If there's even a light drizzle, this surface turns into a literal trap. Your feet will sink, you'll lose traction, and every single step is going to require twice the energy. On the flip side, candidates in the Ashmore zone running at the GLO ground, you guys are in luck, as reports indicate this is a really good, well-maintained surface. The big takeaway here is the sheer variety. Your environment is going to dictate your success just as much as your fitness.
And that brings us to an unavoidable mandate. You must tailor your practice to your specific zone's ground surface immediately. Seriously, knowing that you're running on mud or synthetic turf is completely useless unless you change how and where you train today. If you're running on mud, you need to get out there and practice running on soft, uneven dirt. If you're on synthetic, try to find a local sports complex track to understand exactly how your leg muscles react to the grip and the bounce. Adapt your training to your battlefield.
Section 5. Final Preparation and Strategy for PET.
So we've covered the shifting timelines, the delayed zones, the imminent notices, and the physical ground conditions. But now, it all comes down to the hard, unforgiving numbers you have to conquer. For the boys, your target time to clear the distance is 4 minutes and 15 seconds. For the girls, it's 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Let me be real with you. 4:15 is an incredibly demanding pace. Even candidates who run every single day are struggling to consistently hit this under pressure. If you are one of the lucky ones in Kolkata who just got a 2-month extension, you absolutely cannot afford to take a week off. Consistent practice is mandatory. Furthermore, you need to visualize your run. Go online. Find video shorts, look up photos of your specific ground. Whether it's the DSA ground in Prayagraj or Dharwad Stadium, seeing the track, knowing where the curves are, and mentally preparing for that surface, that's going to give you a massive psychological edge on race day.
I want to leave you with one simple, provocative question. Is your timing coming in under 4:15 or 5:40 for the girls, right now? Not on your best day, not with the wind behind you, but right now, consistently. If the answer is no, then honestly, the exact date of your PET shouldn't be your main concern. Your daily training routine should be. Find out your ground conditions, adjust your footwear, and get out there and close that time gap. The track doesn't care about the rain or the delays, it only cares about the stopwatch. Keep training hard, stay hyper-focused, and we'll see you in the next explainer.